previous, but range-wise, it doesn't bode well against the Farsa.
Yeah, but I guess the responsibility to dive to the backline and take care of the backliners of GEEK Fam falls to the Lapu-Lapu, Ludwig, and also Kyrie.
And Boy.
All you have to do as Sans is deal damage and be safe at the same time. I think Valentina and Lilia offers both of that, especially with the Purify. You can't really get locked down with a Kalea.
So if you want neutral objective control, do you go for Fredrin here?
Ride like the Crimson.
Or
Really
more.
Yeah, it's solo open. And also, it's in lane. Props to Miracle, right? In lane, the Moscow beat Terrath 1v1.
Oh, okay, so it's a winning lane.
It's a winning lane. If if no assistance is around.
Okay, okay. So we're gonna expect early rotations perhaps from ONIC.
Might be the case. Expect the way they played, I believe. What was the last match that they played? It was Kyrie Fanny against a Baxia Com, I believe. Was it? Not sure, but it looks like the lineup rating really prefers GEEK Fam for the most part, and by a landslide also. But it really doesn't dictate what happens in the Lanathon.
Yeah, we can't underestimate the Sky Kings and their dominance. Literally on a 3-match win streak after their only loss against BTR. Let's see how this all unravels in the Land of Dawn as we get into game number 1 between the Kingslayers and the Sky Kings.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
Land of Dawn, here we go. And this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup because we don't usually see Farsa and Lilia in the lane at the same time. All of the meta mid heroes are exhausted and they're already duking it out. Beloski super low and forced to use the flicker way too early.
That's the power of the Lilia, right? Really fast wave clear, really good poke as well. If you're up against a Lilia that knows how to play, which the Lilia is one of Sansa's signature heroes from way back when, you can expect that much damage to come through even onto your roamer. So that's exactly what ONIC are really paying attention to and what they're trying to take advantage of. And obviously the next thing that we do need to look at will be the objective that will spawn quite soon. And I think they're facilitating Lukby as well to get that level 4 as soon as possible.
Yeah, I love the way Kyrie's pathing here because he knows that if GEEK Fam wants to fight inside of their own jungle, especially in that area, that's Fanny's playground. Yep. As we're gonna take a look at the emblems by you, Kyrie's gonna take the attack speed boost to be able to boost his farming potential. And oh, Kinziski, good take on that. But looking at other take or emblem take here, fighter emblem for Kinziski to be able to sustain against Kelra, plus the Master Assassin to further boost his 1v1 potential to be able to win the lane against Kelra.
But Kelra,
Exactly.
Exactly. I was about Kelra's EXP is currently higher, slightly, because of the waves, perhaps, right? Push.
Kelra thinks
it's the same. It's the same. But the last hits has been hidden for Kelra. 2 Purifies on the board. From ONIC.
Okay. Already some poke once again from Sans here in the mid lane, trying to get some zoning in. Phobius actually goes really forward. What's happening there?
Oh, that's a 2-man taunt. Revitalized Pop. 3v2 currently. That's going to be the damage coming in from the side of GEEK Fam, and Nazara finds an angle to take Sans down. First blood from GEEK Fam. Great start.
Yeah, I was questioning why Marcel went and, routing or like the route that he's taking was through that, place near the river, but it looks like that was a flicker combo with the Dark Wave immediately towards Sans, so great recognition on where opportunities are presented. And Kelra, man, like, is it winning lane at this point, or is it just Kelra thinks?
I don't know. I thought, especially after level 4, Kelra would... Oh, I guess it depends, right? I think it's a skill matchup at the end of the day, because you do have the dashes as a Harith, but remember, you still have to be aware of the spear from Kinziski, right? So it all goes back down to timing, but overall, it's still very 50-50 in that gold lane. Not really a clear advantage, as once again, these two players are going to be forced to take the next neutral objective.
Marcel's trying to apply pressure towards Keyboy. 50% HP on that roamer. Steve Pop, Tether Strike as well. They invested a lot of ults here. Marcel finds a kill as Nazara picks up the turtle. Lupi finds a crate though. That's going to be Tsunami Slam on towards Sans. Pops to black shoes, looking for an escape route. That's a stun, locking Sans in place. That's 2 kills on the board. Plus, Geek Fam, they get the turtle.
Oh, Kenziski taking the brunt of damage from the Zaman force here, but Kelra, the map awareness, knowing that someone is rotating down below. But man, oh man, there's a reason why Geek Fam is willing to let go of the Fanny, and that's the Phobius and also the Kalea combo. It's been too much, or like there's been too much CC in front of Fanny. And so far, it's working out just fine. They get the neutral objective, but in terms of economy, once again, just ONIC things, man. It doesn't matter how much kill difference you have. It doesn't matter how much... Oh, wait a second.
1v1. Mlbb is very low against the rookie here, Marcel. Bravest fighter to the back.
Okay, and he'll be able to walk away fine. Unfortunately, he'll have to force a recall, so that gives an edge over to Geek. As we take a look at the talent prediction, it's a unanimous, almost a unanimous vote for ONIC, aside from the Geek Fam Unity himself, Sheffin, right beside me, but here we go!
Yeah, that's the Steed and the Feather Airstrike. Again, the invasion from Geek Fam has been impeccable. That's a taunt, AOG to the back. ONIC, though, will look for a re-engage. Black Shoes popped. Mlbb trying to close the distance with the Bravest Fighter now committed. But Geek Fam is okay. They're very good at calculating the distance, as Kai will focus on farming it once again.
Good use of the shoulder bash there, going towards the single crypt to get through the wall, preventing a kill from Mlbb. Marcel so far has been playing this Phobius flawlessly. Yes, he got taken down one time, but so far in the trade, the grand scheme of things, he's been playing almost a perfect game of Phobius.
I also do want to applaud a boy here, because I thought maybe Farsa early into the Fanny would have been not the most wise of choices, but so far he hasn't been taken down. Feather Airstrike, wait a second!
Yeah, that's gonna be Mlbb. Even with the flicker, right? He will fall, but that's enough time for ONIC members to commit on towards the turtle, and they will trade that kill or that death for that turtle.
They went all in onto Mlbb. Literally all resources were spent just to take Mlbb down, and meanwhile ONIC, they were able to get the turtle. So was that wise of Geek?
I guess at that point, you're a bit too late to the party, so Geek is just gonna salvage on what's available. Kenziski though, as news the flicker. Folks, Geek Fam, they have 1 turtle. ONIC have 1 turtle. Geek Fam 4 kills. And ONIC is leading in gold. Make it make sense.
I mean, that's what we've been seeing multiple times. I hope the items come out soon so we get to see where the economy is going. But like we were looking at in the bottom side of the map, the gold lane matchup was kind of skewed, right? Kelra seemed to be doing just fine. And then Kyrie, despite not being able to get any kills so far, is also doing okay. He's on par with Nazara as a Leo Mord, both at level 10, despite the 000 KDA. And when you think about it, who is Kyrie supposed to target anyway? Does he go for a boy? Does he go for Kenziski? Both options aren't as straightforward, especially with that backup.
Also pure. Oh, a 2-man stun and the taunt! My goodness, the collapse is beautiful from ONIC. They find Beloyski, now they move more! Mlbb finds a kill on towards the Leomord. The Dark Wave misses, and ONIC, my oh my, when they pull the trigger, they rarely miss.
The layering of skills from ONIC in that engage was beautiful. Mlbb being the one to really just burn the resources out, and then Keyboy comes in after that with the AOG.
I'm not sure what happened with the boy there. I think, did he not see the animation of the Avatar of the Guardian? Because he has the flicker to get away. He should have been able to cancel the Feather Airstrike, but I guess he's a bit too late and he got stunned up. And you're right, Gunny. I don't know why you would take this 1v1, NC.
Oh!
What's Kyrie?
That's horrible.
That is a horrible trade indeed. In the top side of the map though, Feather Airstrike is no longer in Geek Fam's power for the moment of time, which allows ONIC to just regain or gain control of this turtle.
Why? Why you would take that? You see the level difference, right? 12 and 8. Just back off, dude.
That's insane. Was he stuck? I don't think so, right?
No, like I don't think Kyrie knows at that point. Or maybe he wants to defend the lane. That's That's how it is.
But he didn't have to go too deep for that. Another AOG by Keyboy will be able to zone Geek Fam away. But right now, Geek Fam, they're working from behind now. It's a 3,300 gold lead for ONIC just behind of that skirmish in the mid lane alone. And then everything that really dominoed afterwards. Kinziski getting taken down by Kyrie, which will also prolong that power spike.
Ra testing his damage there, and also forcing a boy to pop the flicker. Oh, that's a Purify predicted. That's getting Marcel with the taunt. Oh my goodness. Not enough damage right there. And the cover from ONIC is just amazing. Kai picks up a double. And take a look at the KK combo. That's 3 members of Geek Fam on the floor.
It feels... Sometimes when I see Geek Fam play, it feels a bit naive. Like, this is not the Geek Fam that I'm used to seeing, but I guess this is the position that they're really... There you go, another one!
Ooh, my goodness, that's a solo practically, right? Against the Forza, man. Kelra gets taken down, but luckily no shutdown bounty for the side of, from the side of Kelra. Geek Fam, though, will happily take that kill.
Kelra went so deep for a boy, and a boy once again pays the price. I thought in the drafting phase that the #1 culprit for a boy's death would be Kyrie. I didn't expect it to be Kelra. He trades his life for it, so is that okay for him to do? Is that flex alright? Is that trade alright?
I guess it is alright because Kara is already fully in line and Kanziski has not been online. Alright, it's not online just yet, so he delays Kenzi's power spike while Kara is already there. Ludwig though getting doubled down.
Wow, the all-in on towards the lap when he survives! The previous fighter finally popped his stun. Zara though, isolated in the front and will be taken down by Kai. Now it's a 5v4 as the Lord is spawning in the bottom side of the map. Has spawned. Aloyski, the burst damage for ONIC is nasty. Down he goes to the hands of Sans, and Sans spots the black shoes. Mio Mayo, ONIC, 6,000 gold lead.
Everything collapsing left and right. Everything going wrong for Geek Fam right now. Kelra picking up the Holy Crystal on top of everything he's already picked up as well. The damage again!
Kelra again! He becomes this initiator on this Seraph. And Kyrie followed it up with the kill. Now the base hurt will be the target. Marcel trying to hold on, trying to desperately find the kill on towards Kelra, but that's Geek Fam finding the collapse. Kai taking down Kelra as well. Now ONIC members are trying to find the connection on towards Zara. That's a taunt. That's Sans finding the killing spree. So all in all, they get 2, but they still lose structures and a member there.
Marcel, Lucy?
Still able to get out though. Not enough damage on this Farsa.
Not just yet. He's been taken down 3 times, a boy. Not a great game for Geek right now. Not the best of games for a boy as well. ONIC are playing like Hydras. You take one down and another one spawns in its place. Kelra was taken down very early before that team fight, and then Kyrie comes in as an executioner. Kyrie gets taken down after that, and then Lutpi and Sans comes in as well to take members down. And remember, ONIC were able to take down that far side of the map turret, which means they're going to be able to utilize that in their favor as this Lord comes to play.
Yeah, this is the problem with Kalea Com, right? Yes, she is a really good problem solver, but you can only solve one problem. It's either Kyrie or Kelra. But if you use it early in a team fight against a Lapu Lapu that already has that wings to be able to have that damage reduction when you're low, then what else is there to save them? Marcel cannot do everything. You know, they gotta be able to play a bit more conservatively, play it a bit more safely. They have a lot of good high ground potential here. Moskov and Farsa, nothing is over just yet. Don't pull the trigger every time you want to.
It's not looking good though, Chef, and real-time victory rate also favors ONIC right now.
I feel like that was just being generous as well.
Exactly. Is this a possible end game?
Definitely, right? 6.6 as a conceal from Keyboy. Looks for a flank angle, finds Aloy. Marcel all alone in the front with Nazara this time. Kenzie finds Kelra. This might be it. They lose 2 members on it, and the Lord will be dealt. Keyboy with the side steps, he'll able to get out, but they still lose Lutpi and Kelra.
Nazara doing work in that defense.
And Marcel.
Props to Geek, the Marcel as well. more on Nazara because he was able to create space. He was able to zone away the members of ONIC for Nazara, for rather Kenziski to be able to deal the damage. And considering that Kenziski's already reached his Swift Trinity.
Yeah, by no means, this is not a bad draft from GeekFam. I would say, I'll go as far as to say this is a pretty good draft, especially against a Fanny comp.
Yep.
Like, the margin of error that ONIC is working with is super, super thin, and they've been playing it perfectly. When someone is messing up, or quote-unquote messing up, maybe it's intentional the way they mess up, because everyone else can just pounce on GeekFam. ONIC can just... The damage control is insane. But right now, it's a matter of not being too overzealous. No overextension from ONIC, because the gold lead is really not that big compared to what it was before. 3.6k is not a margin that you don't want to mess with against GeekFam, especially with the whole Geekable thing.
Hey, brute force for Fanny, is that normal?
Normal, especially against this kind of composition. You need more tankiness, and also that CC duration will be lessened once you stack it up.
All right, so a little bit more defensive, I would say, yeah, for Kai on the Fanny, especially seeing the latest item he bought was the Rose Gold.
That's gonna be the item swap later on. Rose Gold to Immortality to Wither. Lucky or not, you're gonna use that at some point.
Okay, calling for the storm right now as things quiet up by just a little bit. Kyrie in place for something, so is Keyboy, but he gets found out. Marcel is getting shredded.
This is why you pick up the Lilia against the Phobias. The poke damp, the poke potential is tremendous. 20 seconds on the clock here for our next Lord.
What is Sansa's items right now?
Currently he's working with Glaive, the glowing one, also the...
Sodi?
It hit!
Oh, insane reactions there.
Wait a second, Calra is going in.
That's gonna be Kelra with the Shaman Force pops. The flicker, Kenzie, nowhere to go. Down he goes as the Lord spawns. Zara though,
oh
in an
no,
unknown position. He showed
Why?
a bit. That's gonna be the seed. Why did he show a bit? And ONIC will capitalize. That's gonna be Marcel now isolated in front, trying to hold on. No backup whatsoever. It looked good for a bit for GeekFam, but now they lose 3.
This is a 5v2 situation. Will a boy and Beloyski be able to defend this one?
AOG under the main base, and ladies and gentlemen, same story. ONIC, they will take game 1 here in the second leg against GeekFam.
All smiles for Kelra earlier on, as that was a smooth game. Really great backup as well from Kelra on the Harith earlier when Kenziski was trying to go for a Hail Mary play following that SOD onto Kyrie, and Kyrie was still able to escape. And ONIC took advantage of that push. They took advantage of that Hail Mary play, and unfortunately will have to concede this first game to ONIC.
Man, at this point, why not should be the coach for GeekFam, because every time GeekFam is offered to make a mistake, they say, why not? What the hell was that? Like, it's a culmination of bad decisions, and bad decisions. They could... What?
Yeah, that was the first play, yeah?
I don't think that's the first play either. There's a lot of bad things that GeekFam did in this whole match. I don't think I can use my 2 hands to point them out. Why? Why?
I'm not sure. Were they thinking that perhaps they couldn't go for the contest? Were they thinking that they couldn't go for the defense? But even if that was the case, I mean, like you mentioned, they do have a lot of high ground, right? They have a boy to work with. A Feather Airstrike was already starting to hurt like a truck as well, already with 3 items on the way to Holy Crystal, I believe. And they also still had Kenziski, who also had the Swift Trinity plus the Malefic Gun. So that should have been more range for them to utilize with the clear, but it is what it is, Chef.
It is what it
He has a migraine now.
It's within expectation. Migraine was already there to begin with. Now,
Okay.
the other half is already developing another migraine.
Okay.
So
it's not a
So
migraine.
it's just a headache.
Yeah.
It's just a headache then. Full headache.
I think double migraine would hurt more than a full headache, man.
I would.
That a thing?
I think I would agree. Yeah, because like for some reason migraines hurt more than a full headache. So if you had
Yeah, but oh, double
Both migrate.
Oh my.
Oh, I don't know, man. Turna, you said it earlier. Like, do they want to go for the contest? I feel like they want to go for the content instead of the contest.
Okay.
What?
That's a typo right there, Miscom. But a lot of questionable in-game decisions here made from the side of Geek Fam, I gotta say.
It feels bad. It feels bad because I feel like at some point
Yeah.
in that mid game, it could have turned around, especially with Kenzie getting the items. We saw the defense as well from Geek as ONIC were looking for the
Yeah.
siege. But Kenziski again, I'm not sure. Is that a thing that you do as a Moskov? Like, I don't
Which
play
one?
Moskov.
Which one? There's a lot of them. There's a
Well,
lot of them,
first
Turna.
going by one with Fanny when you're behind. That's the first
well,
one.
Lane.
I do that sometimes,
Do you
but
win?
not when I'm down 3 levels.
There you go.
That's insane.
That's not normal. And what about the second one? The SOD Fanny purple buff.
Nah, he's trusting his belief, man.
Okay.
Believe in me, who believes in you. He wants to somehow contest the buff while having a basic attack against Fanny. That's what he did. Yeah, that's gonna work.
Was he trying to shut Kyrie down?
Oh yeah, for sure. Everyone is trying to shut Kyrie down.
And the highlights here, right? Kenzie's just, yeah,
Yeah, this was the
it's a
play.
lost cause there.
Really good backup from Kellera, very quick. And then everyone, for some reason, goes in one by one. So very messy from Geek here in game number 1. But we do want to give our congratulations and our respects towards the player of the game. Presented to you by the official gaming phone Infinix GT50 Pro. It was Kellera on the Harith.
Oh man, I don't know if it's unorthodox at this point to go for the concentrated energy instead of the glaive, but it worked out. A lot of times Kellera was going inside the turret, and those spell fams is working out wonders for them. Like, look at this, man. This is amazing. Marshall with the flicker dark wave. The camera didn't even catch it. Marshall planned that on its own, but you saw stuff like this.
That's crazy.
You see stuff like this. I'm gonna say it again after this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can we move on? Okay, gotta wait a little. Okay, I'm waiting too much here. But yeah, look at this.
This
Oh
was a little
man.
bit long, yeah.
When you see stuff like this, I'm gonna say it again after this. What is this, dude? You see stuff like this. He has wings. He has wings. They're playing with the Fanny. They can catch up to the team fight in 1 second.
Man, the fact that they did that twice, 3 times actually.
Another one.
Sheffin, are you crashing out?
Another one.
I think he's crashing out.
Are you crashing out,
I
Sheffin?
think he's crashing
Another
out.
one.
I think every team that goes up against ONIC
Crashes out.
crashed out, yeah.
Except
so,
Bigatron.
Oh, okay. There's like,
I know, it's true, right?
that's true.
It's facts. Bigatron's the only team to be able to beat ONIC in
That's
an
true.
entire match. So,
First leg.
you know what? I think Sheffin has just been crashing out in general this season. All right? Can you imagine going 2 times back-to-back, you lose, and then you win back-to-back 3 times in a row,
Okay.
and then you lose back-to-back again 3 times in a row? It's like, what are we supposed to be
If they
expecting? from
lose
Geek?
here, it's gonna be a
The 4th lose
wow. It's gonna be for LS.
streak. So Sheffin's just crashing out in general. I think.
I'm a professional crash out artist.
Okay. Oh, feels bad, feels bad. 16 minutes
Yeah.
and 9 seconds. It wasn't... I felt like it could have been geekable.
Yeah. I mean, by the time the game ends, it's only 4K gold lead. Look at the items for Kenziski. They're fine. Just wait in the base tunnel. You have a lot of wave clear already, bro. Dude.
This is a funny crash out. Who doesn't love a good crash out?
I don't know. I do. I love crash outs.
Exactly. It's funny, right? But yeah, I think Geek Fam, their firepower. Now, is okay? Is Kalea just a bad pick?
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
This is a good draft for Geek Fam. They know what they're up against. They're willing to let go of the Fanny because they have Kalea and the Phobius. The first 2 minutes, it was really good, okay? They find some pickoffs. They managed to punish Sans out of all people. in the early game.
Yeah.
That's not something you do. That's not something that a Joe Schmo teams do.
Yeah.
And then you do you. You,
Kenzie,
they're just digging their own graves.
the solo on Kenzie was the start of the downfall from his out of game.
Oh yeah, you're
That was
right.
pretty bad.
Wait. I gotta address something here. Like
Okay.
someone in the chat said they're not feeling too well. So maybe that's why it happened. Okay, I'm sorry. I take it back. I see the fever patch. I take it back. You know, I'm not feeling too well right now.
You want to apologize to Geek now?
I'm sorry, Geek. You can punish me.
Name all their players.
You
and-
can punish me is such a weird thing
Yeah,
to say.
what did you say?
He said, I'm sorry, Geek, you can punish me.
Stefan.
What?
Okay, interesting. But yeah, say sorry, Marcel. Say it one by one, just so they know.
What do you say again?
Apologize individually.
Okay, I'm sorry, my goat Delois. Key. I'm sorry, Marcel. Sorry, Nazara. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry, Kenzie.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, Freezy.
And they said thanks.
I'm sorry for my community.
They said thanks.
Okay.
But man,
Questioning the decision making. Do you think it's an effect with like a new thing? But even that was, I don't know. I felt like Nazara played pretty good.
yeah.
There were a lot of times he got caught out, but it feels like ONIC kind of forced them to scatter in the team fights.
Yeah.
It wasn't necessarily, you know, his fault. But I agree with Sheffin. Like for the better half of the early start of the game, Kyrie was sitting at 0-0-0. Like he literally was not able to do anything. Like even the chat was like, useless Fanny.
Wow.
But it was
Whoa.
The chat?
Did
The
you
chat.
say
The chat or
did
you?
say Kyrie is useless?
no.
Eterna?
I said useless Fanny is
Whoa.
or you yourself.
Wow.
Chat. You can scroll